Hey guys, what's going on today? This is me, Dalzoop, back with some more Banished. Mountain Man Challenge is going well. I really want to assign 2 people to each farm. Somebody was saying that 7x7 is a better way to go about doing this for harsh conditions on a mountainous map. But it's a little too late to do that, so the only other option is 2 farmers. However, we're not there yet in terms of how much labor we got. It's going to be a while before we approach that, so just gonna sort of have to bide our time while we're growing. Make sure we don't run out of important things like iron tools and hide coats. We can turn him off, I think, and grab ourselves another laborer. Dead Inside suggested that we lower this to 2. Turn off cut, since they don't seem to be cutting anyway. And just go ahead and have our labor take care of this. So I'm thinking to do that, actually. Why are these 2 people? He's a forester. But I've lowered this number to 2, and I didn't lower this number. There we go. Alright, so now we got 6 laborers. That's even better. They have some work assigned to them right now, so we won't jump on that just yet. I'm thinking to cut down all those trees, and then move the forester over here, along with a gatherer's hut. Also need to clear out all these rocks. That's something I've been meaning to do for a super long time now. Also need to continue working on my area over here. There's like almost space for a farm. Someone was saying that 7x7 is actually the ticket on this kind of map. So I could do a couple. 7x7 is tiny, man. Yeah, 7x7. I could do a couple of those and have some houses over here with a barn and a nice little community. I also need to build roads throughout my city. It's going to become kind of important. So there's a lot of stuff to do. Not a lot of time to do it in, so I should probably quit talking about my plan while the game's unpaused, but I wanted to allow some time to pass by because I'm hoping to get some of my students to grow up and join the labor force. But now that we have 6 laborers, I'm not super worried about it. So I'm going to pause the game. There's a few things left to do over here. I don't know exactly how much I assigned them to do, but I don't think that's going to take very long. So what is our next play? It's very important to get the wood going. I think we're okay on food for this next winter, but I'm not 100% on that. The best thing to do might be to start down here with a farm and a house. It's too late though. It's too late to plant. So that idea is probably going to be out. We could also clear away all this stuff. That would give us a lot of stone. However, I think the main issue is probably going to be wood. So I'm going to start chopping some wood. That's what I'm going to get my 6 laborers to do. You guys start out by doing that. Should be very easy. You're right next to a storage stockpile. And that'll be good because the woodcutter can then get their firewood from right there. We were a little worried about firewood last time. I don't think it's going to be such an issue this time, but we'll see. So that's going to take a little time to get done. We're also seeing a dip in our happiness for the first time. So that's going to necessitate a church. All that kind of good stuff. We're going to do that as well. Might be a little while before we get to a church. They're kind of expensive. Would also be nice to have steel tools, but we're not ready for a mine yet. We just don't have the labor for that. Really, what I need to happen before I can move a whole lot further in my progress is just for some of these students to graduate. That's what I need. So I'm thinking that'll happen year 7, maybe? Year 8, possibly? Hopefully not. We could keep this forester here. We could keep him here and build another one over here with a gatherer's hut. Clear out all this shit. We're also going to want to clear all this stuff. We probably should clear this out first. We've been talking about doing it since the beginning of the game. So it probably makes sense to do that so more trees grow. I'll do that once we have about 100 wood. Shouldn't have chopped the babies. Don't chop the babies, man. Let them grow. I assume the baby trees are not worth as much. Baby trees. Saplings. Listen to me. Sounding like a city person. Saplings probably don't give as much wood as the mature trees do. Just a common sense guess there. Don't actually know the answer to that, but seems like we've got some food stored away at this point. None in here, which is a little weird. It all seems to be going to the storage barn over here. Mushrooms, berries, herbs, roots. Venison. So yeah, we could do with another house over here as well. Caden became a student. Sorry about your name. 12 students now. That was actually a while ago. She became an adult. Alessia, she graduated from the school. So we should see some other students graduating before too long, which is great. And that means we're going to be able to assign some new jobs to our workers, which is fan-freaking-tastic. We have 92 stored logs now, which I don't think is enough. But before I move on, I'm going to collect some stone from this area like I've been talking about doing forever. It's a bit of work, but it needs to get done. In autumn, I'll need my laborers to shift into being farmers. But before that, go ahead and gather up all that stone. I should have them do that in wintertime when farming's not so important, probably. I like the idea of leaving these guys to plant saplings and then every time they're mature, sort of cutting it in stages. I don't know if that's going to be enough wood for all of our needs or not, but seems kind of like a good idea. And then we could do the same over here. We could have a forester, which is 2 guys planting. And a gatherer's hut that's full. Because the gatherer's hut, like, kicks ass, as someone said in the comments. It kicks ass, man. Look at all that. It gives us, like, 4 crops worth of food every time. For 4 people. Without having to worry about it freezing or anything. So that's nice. I don't know why I left that little clump of iron over there. Let's go ahead and collect it. When you get a chance. I think we're going to be seeing more laborers graduate here soon. Because I know Alessa went in first and then some other students came right behind her. That's going to take a little time, but it will allow trees to grow there, which means more gathering and more hunting. Better hunting, anyway. Keep up the good work. Meanwhile, we have almost 200 firewood. Not a lot of stored logs, though. We're going to need to do more chopping for wintertime, most likely. Especially if we want to be able to build stuff. But we're starting to see some pretty good surplus of building materials, which is always a nice thing to have. We'd be comfortable with some more farms, I think. Or at least 2 people on each of these farms. I think come next season, I'm going to assign 2 to each farm. I might as well just do it now, huh? I'd like my laborers to finish that job, but you know, the farmers become laborers in winter anytime. Anyway, not anytime. The farmers become laborers anyway when it's wintertime after the crop stuff is done. So it probably makes sense to go ahead and assign them after we get a little bit of this work done. So I'll probably do that. Virinity has become a laborer. Yeah, we're going to see a labor surge here, which is going to be really nice. Haven't seen any children born in a while, so we'll have to mind our ratio, our ratio is actually really good right now. We're going to have a larger population soon of workers. This is something I've been meaning to do for like basically the whole game, so I'm glad to get some of it done at this point. And it is now late summer. I'm going to go ahead and assign 2 farmers to each one. That's going to drastically reduce my labor pool, but it's going to make damn sure, well, it didn't even help last time. Somebody said that the problem was that the farmers weren't planting quickly enough. So 2 farmers during the planting phase would mean that they had more time to, earlier on the planting, and then at the end they would have more time to harvest, which seems to make sense to me. Why are 2 farmers without work? I should be 2, 2, 2, no, and 2. Okay, there we go. All right, so those farmers will make sure that we have plenty of food for the wintertime, and we are growing now, so it's pretty important. And we still have 5 laborers even after the fact. So that's a pretty good deal, I think. And I will keep those laborers busy throughout the wintertime. I don't know if I'm gonna chop wood or what. I think we have enough firewood to see us through the wintertime, as long as we don't build anything. We're good on iron tools. I'm gonna turn on the tailor for a while. You know, somebody said it's better to just leave these guys on and let them hit their caps, because then they become laborers anyway. So maybe I'll start doing that now that I'm a little more comfortable with things. Maybe I can relinquish some control over that. It is a good idea because it'll keep them from moving house to house. I want to upgrade some of these houses too. Is one of the things. There's so much left to do. Jeez, there's so much left to do. It's only year 6. I think by the time we get to 50 pop, we're gonna be pretty stable anyway. So another laborer. That leaves us only with 9 students. We're probably gonna want another house too. Makes me a little nervous to think about growing more mouths to feed, but we'll see. It's only 57 degrees and the crop's coming in nicely with 2 farmers. So we should be okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree with Dead Inside's assessment that we really need a road here. And a stone road, much faster. So we're gonna assume the stone road is the fastest, and we're gonna do it. No? There we go. And there we go. So that's gonna take a little bit of stone. Luckily we have some because our recent projects have netted us some. So we'll shift 2 people into building. Yeah, and that will actually make a big difference because they do come here and walk quite a lot. And yeah, that's gonna make a big difference. Woodcutter is going to go into labor now that he's had his cap. I think 300 is great. If I had a trading post, I'd let him keep working, but I don't. Also, I don't have a whole lot of wood. 2 children were born. Another person became a student and another a laborer. This is great. We're already up to 27. We're not that far from 50, guys. Yeah, we're not far from 50 at all, really. We only just need 22 more adults. We just had another guy, Cedric the Entertainer, become an adult. So cool. I think we're gonna be all right. Things are looking bright at this moment in time, and I'm really enjoying this. I think I'm gonna play on higher difficulty from now on because it just makes your action so much more important. There's still plenty to be done here. Wow. Hoarding all the meat. These guys have a much more balanced diet. Yeah, man, that venison really helps. Another hunting cabin? I don't know. Still not sure how finite the deer are. Apparently they're not totally finite, but if you overhunt them, you just get a decreasing return on investment. I still don't completely understand it. I like how so much in Banished is sort of mysterious and obfuscated and keeps you guessing. I like that. Although I'm sure if I just went and read the wiki for a couple hours, it would no longer be mysterious, and I'd probably be much better at the game, but oh well. Who's got time for that? Looks like we're going to get all of our well-deserved crops this time. So I think 2 farmers on these big 11 by 11 fields is probably necessary. Necessary? My voice still cracks at 32. Yeah, we have quite a bit of food. 1,400. I think that's a pretty safe place to be at for this population level. I feel pretty safe with that amount, so yeah. I think it's probably time to start growing a bit. We're gonna need more wood for that, so that will be our winter project, is to take another swath of trees. And I guess it makes the most sense if you sort of zoom in and pick the trees you're gonna take. There's still all this ore and stone to be taken out as well, and all this ore and stone to be taken out. But as far as ore and stone goes, at the moment we're okay, and the most important thing is going to be firewood and wood for building, so that's probably what we should focus on. So let's do that. It is late autumn, it's very close to winter time now. So for our winter project, we're going to harvest some big old growth trees. Trees that took us forever to watch to grow. I wonder how much just one tree gives. I think it's only like 4 wood, which makes logs pretty precious. Yeah, it's better than just, because if I just did a big swath, it would kill all these little baby trees before they have a chance to grow. Baby trees, there it is again. Until I went to forestry school. And they're making short work of this, which is good. Keep it up. And sooner or later, we'll want to get another forester as well. This will be enough for now, though. Keep our blacksmith working, keep our woodcutter working. If it drops below 300, which it's gonna do, because there's always like a bum rush on firewood right about this time. Yeah, right about this time as it gets cold. We have 1,200 food to last the winter. I think that's plenty, more than enough. Have we finished this path? It doesn't look like we've done these 2 parts. Where are my builders? He's working, okay, good. She's gonna go work too. Great. They actually have to bring the stone, unlike the other buildings, where the laborers do it for them. Now she's gonna run away after doing almost nothing. Feel like you put in a good day there, huh? New student, good. 10 students, not bad. If we grow too fast, we will need another school. There she goes. Taking up all our stone for this project. But that's okay, we don't really need it for too much right now. Except for building these houses back up. Before we start doing that, should we build... I know there's something called a... what is it called? It's like a public house. It's going to be under here, isn't it? Yeah, a boarding house. So as we kick people out... Man, that's an expensive and also very large building. I'm not liking having to use all this space for that. So I might just do it one at a time. Have people be homeless during the warm part of the year, and they'll be fine. If I do it right now, they'll die, surely, right? I would think so. So we'll want to watch that. The bum rush on firewood has happened, clearly. I think they got all the trees that I assigned. So I'll assign a few more, just to keep them busy. Grab that one, that one. That one. That one doesn't want to... Oops, I got one of the babies. It's not such a big deal. Okay. That's a few more chopping assignments. That's good. We're still just in early winter, so we got kind of a long wait here. I might speed it up. Blacksmith is capped. Hide coats will be capped shortly. Road is being built, slowly but surely. And we'll be able to shift those builders back into labor. Although there's not a whole lot of labor assignments right now. We should probably assign some more stone collecting, or iron collecting rather. Iron collecting and stone collecting. Let's get this area cleared out. That's our second winter project. Grab that. Yeah, if you guys do all that, we'll be good. Cool. A child named Garvey was born. Lee Garvey Oswald. All right. We got firewood to spare, so we're all right in that respect. Gonna be capped out on hide coats and iron tools. Road is almost done. It's got this little section left. She's working. Picking up, they gotta go get stone from elsewhere because we don't have any stone here. Is that what you're telling me? 852 food, that's fine. Remember, it does not include all the houses' food. This is a big project. Hopefully we get done with this by spring. I think we will. Especially if we move these builders back in. You would think all the farmers are gonna go up here. Yeah, they should be. That's a laborer. That's an herbalist. She's capped, so she should be working. Let's see what my farmers are doing. Picking up resources. Idling. Idling. You should be being a laborer at this point. Now she's going to pick up resources. I don't think those people are really idling. They're doing stuff, kinda. Well, alright, man. I tell you what, that episode has flown by. It's like I just turned the game on. But that's Banished. That's what Banished does. Time flies, because it's fun. Alright, guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Bye.